What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Mental Groove. Tonight, a 22-year-old comes in off topic advocating for what she wants, but Kevin quickly breaks down why her expectations don't match reality. Let's get into it.
Jesus. Go ahead. Yes, I have a question for you. A very simple question.
Yes,
You're how old?
I am 22.
How old is your father?
My father is in his 40s, his late 40s.
So he's younger than me.
Yes.
When you speak to your father, do you speak to him as in the same manner in which you speak to me?
Yes, I'm extremely respectful to him. And yeah, I do.
You respect. Oh, you think
Very
this
respectful.
you think this is respectful? Okay.
Yes, Kevin.
Okay.
I've always been respectful to you. I've told you that I enjoy your show. I love your show. It's
Okay.
great.
Right. What can I
Yes.
do for you tonight?
So, on the topic of high value and being a high value woman, on my journey, something that I've noticed is when it comes to dark skinned black men in particular, they,
We're not doing that. Nope, we're not doing that. That's a non-starter. You will leave colorism, you will leave race out. You will speak on the topic. I did not bring race up once. 22 years old. I don't care what you believe off here. If you have something to say, you'll be on the topic without making it about colorism, race, or I will bid you a good night. Is that clear? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You can unmute yourself. So, I think one of the interesting things. Oh, unmute yourself.
oh, hi, yes. So
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said,
Oh,
and
there's
it's
no.
very
There
clear.
is no. There's. I just need to know if you heard what I said. I know. Do you agree to follow my rules?
I agree to follow your rules. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
So going from here on out, you don't want to talk about this topic at all, is what you're saying.
No, no. See, what I'm talking about is traits of being a high value woman, and nowhere in my entire monologue did I mention race. Nor did I mention
Okay.
skin tone. Neither did the previous two callers. So, due respect, that's not the topic.
I understand that. It's just been something that's been very prominent in my
I
experience.
don't care about what's been prominent. See, this is not the Casey show. If it's been prominent in your life, you have an entire channel. Go make it about that. This is what I said, the lack of respect. I've already said what the show is about. And you come over here trying to make it about what you want to talk about. It's disrespectful.
Okay, Kevin.
I mean,
Well,
would you or did you go to college?
yes, I actually graduated recently.
Congratulations. Would you walk
Thank you.
into a political science class talking about physics because you had physics on the mind?
No, but those are two
No,
unrelated topics.
no, it's not. It's still college. Its bottom line is one class is on something and this is on another. Or when the professor's speaking on his subject, would you go in and try to change the subject or talk about what you want to talk about? See, I think the more interesting thing, Casey, is why do you continue to come back over here? You're an advocate for black women dating out, but you continue to come over here. Is it not interesting enough where you're at?
I watch your channel because I like to learn I like the information that you give. You know, I use the skills that you provide women to find a high value man.
But you already have a boyfriend. You have a white boyfriend.
Right, and he's on the younger side, so he's not making six figures, though I have been asked on multiple dates from men who are in that category.
Okay,
they were just 40, so I chose not to go forward with them.
They were what?
But I used the tools.
No. They were what? They were what? 40?
40, 35 to early 40s. Well, that was a bit too old for me.
Well,
I'll be honest.
Listen, then why do you need a high value man? Get a regular guy.
Every girl should have a high value man.
Then every girl would not have a high value man. That makes no sense. That's mathematically impossible. If every girl had a high value man, there would be no high value men because every man would be the same. Thus, none would be higher value.
Okay, so what is your advice for getting a high value man in his?
Well, here's one thing I would suggest. Stop being one. There's something going on in your spirit. At 22 years old, to be this disagreeable.
Okay.
Why
do you say I'm disagreeable?
Well, it's not I say it. I'm just saying at 22 years old, you have a lot of issues that if you're really having issues, I would go seek professional therapy. YouTube is not the place to suss out these color issues. This isn't the place for that. If you really want to do improvement, that's one-on-one with an actual professional counselor. You got to pay for that. But I said it's a disagreeable nature because talking to you, it's been a disagreeable experience, but I can handle it. I'm just saying if I met you in public and you were this way, there would be no further interaction. But back to the point of why do you need a high value man? Why do you need a man that makes that kind of money?
I need a man that makes that kind of money because I've been around a lot of upper middle class kids and a lot of rich kids. And I see the kind of lifestyles they have. I see, the kind of lifestyles their parents have provided them with: better schools, study abroad opportunities.
Were your parents upper middle class?
That's another thing. My mom actually out-earned my dad, and they did make.
I said your parents. See, active listening. I said your parents, and you went to your mother, and the problem, and that she made more. I didn't make the distinction.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, yes.
That's the disagreeable nature you have. Always looking for the distinction to correct someone or to make an issue where there is none. I clearly said, were your parents upper middle class? You found an issue. No, that's the problem. That's the issue. My mother made more than my father. That was you, not me.
Okay, I see. Well, my parents made six figures.
Okay, your parents made six figures. What is your degree in?
My degree is in biology.
Okay, and what did you plan on doing with that degree in biology?
I am planning on going to med school.
And pursuing what?
I would like to be a primary care physician.
Okay, primary care, not general medicine?
Yes.
Not an internist.
Actually pediatric.
Pediatrics. All right. So after you're married and you get pregnant with your first child, do you want to have to continue to work to pay significant bills?
Yes, and I would like to work part-time, but I would also like to have a nanny.
Right. So again, part-time.
Yes.
And what percentage of the bills do you think your income should support for the entire family?
0.
Right. So you don't want to have to work to pay significant bills if you don't want your income to cover anything. So let's get on to the next thing. You want to go to school, acquire all this debt. At the end of the day, you don't want to have to carry any of the financial load. Fine. My question is this. Who, at what age do you think a man makes that kind of money legally?
I would say 30, early 30s.
What state do you live in?
I live in Michigan.
And how much money were you talking about annually for 3 children?
I would say 300K on the low end.
And who makes $300,000 on the low end legally by age 30? What professions?
Early 30s, doctors.
Right.
Yeah. So
Go ahead. Who else?
I would say I don't really know what other professions.
Right.
Maybe
So if you're
entrepreneur.
you're gonna whittle down this country of 300 plus 350 million people down to just men over 30, to doctors, male doctors over 30.
Okay. Yes. I mean,
Great.
I'm sure there's
And
other
here's the
professions.
question. And here's okay, that's fine. Over 30. And here's the thing. Why would they want you?
I think that they would want me because they've already reached out to me, to be completely honest.
No. I ask you a simple question.
Okay.
See, why would they want you?
Because I'm fit, I'm fun, I'm flirty, I'm beautiful, I have no children, and I'm agreeable. I'm cooperative.
Look, sweetheart, let me go ahead and cut to the chase. They've reached out at you because you look nice. They can't know all this other stuff, so you can stop capping. And there's a big difference between wanting to date you, to have sex with you, or marry you. Big difference.
Okay. And so I guess my next question for you is
the real question. No. The thing is, why should someone take you who's paying for all how much is your student loan debt right now?
Right now, I'm only about 30K in debt.
Only 30K. All right. And then how much will medical school be?
Oh, I'm not even, it'll be over 6 figures.
Right.
I'll be over 6 figures in debt.
So let's get this straight. Casey comes with $30,000 in student loan debt, not including consumer and credit card debt. Then afterwards, she's going to tack on an additional 6 figures in medical school debt. Yet this guy, the doctor, is supposed to pick you because you're fun, fit, beautiful, flirty, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And you don't want to have to pay zero. You want to pay 0% of the family bills. And he has other women who are fun, fit, flirty, in far less debt, who are as attractive, many maybe more. And he should pick you. Why?
Well, something that I have that they don't have, and I know that you say that men don't care about degrees, but another channel that I've watched actually said that men do like degrees. Women with degrees.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your degree matters nothing if you plan on doing nothing to help the family with it. You said you want to pay 0% of the bills. So to respect, you could have not even graduated high school for the outcomes we're going to get from your degrees and your hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. See, what I do on this show is I test and question what women like yourself want. And that's fine. I make no bones about what you want, but I ask, what do you bring to the table to get it? And what it sounds to me like is your list of what you want is very long, and you really have not articulated why a guy should buy it.
Okay. I feel like I listed all the reasons that you've listed.
What's unique to you, though, sweetheart? That's the question. You're fit. Okay. Due respect, I don't see your picture, so I'm just going off what you say. But what would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7. Just your face.
I've already given you.
I don't remember, dear. I've slept. So here we go again. I don't care.
Okay.
I've slept. We're still here.
So I'd give myself an adjustable 6 because, as I said last time, I would never put myself on the same scale as Beyonce, but I will say that people have told me that I'm very beautiful.
Okay.
Sometimes people just randomly tell me that.
Okay.
So that's why I think
All right.
I'm pretty.
Okay, that's fine. But again, I think you'd be reasonable to say that an adjustable 6 is not an 8 or a 9. So you're not winning. You're not outperforming in the area of beauty. Where are you Here's the question. Where are you outperforming the female competition?
I want to change that. I think I'm an 8, but if I put myself as an 8, then Beyonce needs to be a 9.
No, Beyonce is where she is because she is.
And we can't say 7.
No, you can't.
Okay.
So where are you outperforming the female competition?
I feel like I'm more feminine, especially when it comes to unfortunately, other Black women. A lot of Black women aren't as feminine today for reasons that I won't go into because you don't want to talk about it.
No.
But I feel like I'm more feminine. I'm in shape compared to a lot of other Black women. Okay. But again, I'm not competing with Black women for the most part.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. How tall are you?
I am 5'5".
And how often do you wear heels?
I never wear heels.
And you're feminine.
I can't. There's a medical reason why I can't. I have a bunion, so. But I do wear dresses.
You have bunions.
I do. That sounds so bad.
Because it is. You can't wear heels. I'm sorry.
No, it's a bone that sticks out of your foot.
I know what a bunion is.
Okay.
Check that shit. See, that's what I mean. You need to back that attitude up. I'm not your peer, little girl.
Okay.
That's what I said earlier. I'm not your fucking peer. You're 22.
Right.
Act like it.
Okay. So pretty much you're telling me I can have all that, but if I'm not an 8 or a 9,
what I'm telling you is you want a man who is earning in the top 3% in this country.
Right.
That's fine. But due respect, most women want him. And what are you doing to outperform the hundreds, thousands of women who are trying to get him?
I am. So how do the men in my inbox that make 6 figures that are doctors and lawyers.
Have you seen any W-2s? How do you know what they make?
I mean, I know one guy for sure owned multiple restaurants in the area.
But see, what he owns is him. There's a difference. Okay. See, I make money, but what me giving it to you it's a big difference.
Right.
So you ladies tend to mistake just because a man makes money like you have access to it. But let's get on to the plot. You think a man in 35 or 40 is too old. So what you want is a young millionaire.
No, not a millionaire.
You want a young man who's earning $300,000 or more, and they don't do that legally.
Right.
So you know what that means? You're going to be right here.
Danger zone.
Here's another one for you. And here's what the rest of your life's going to look like. Because this is where you're headed.
Okay, but how can I tell when the guys ask me out on a date? How can I tell if they actually want to date me or if they just want to sleep?
Well, I would tell you right now, I'm not trying to be funny, but talking to you, what do I get? I got a 22-year-old with a lot of opinions and nothing substantive. And I'm not trying to be rude, but a 22-year-old young lady's opinions are worth what I can write on the back of a stamp. You have a degree in biology and an entitled attitude. Your father doesn't make this kind of money. Your mother and father together if they made this kind of money, that would be saying something. And you want one person to make this kind of money so he can pay all of your. I just let you talk so you can go back and listen to how entitled you sound. I want a biology degree and go to medical school and rack up all this. And then I want somebody to come take care of me for the rest of my life. And in exchange, they get the wonderful me that is Casey. And then I'll just biologically reproduce like any other woman on the face of the planet. You're not going to do anything outside of that. And oh, by the way, pay all this debt that I put on you. You're not special.
I see what you're saying. But when
and
you're looking for...
And the thing is, when you come in here with this stuff that you've been coming in here with, these colorism and this and that, I'm like, I get it now. You can want what you want. I don't make any bones in that. But the thing is, what is he going to get from you?
My youth. I think that's
it. Doesn't matter if your youth.
Yes.
Who? Oh, okay. Let's test that. A man, okay. You don't want to date a man in his 30s.
Right. I just changed my mind about that.
Well, but no, you don't want him. You want his money and his outcomes.
And I learned from you that relationships are okay. Go ahead.
But the problem is, if you think that a man that's up there won't be able to sniff, your intentions aren't good, ma'am. You really don't care.
Do men have good intentions?
Again, your intention. See, this is this tit for tat young girl stuff. This is this level up, get the bag. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is going to end badly because you're not versed enough in the game to play with me and men on my level. I'm being straight up. You're not ready for it.
Okay. Can you go more in detail?
Yeah, you can book a session. You can you can book a session. But what I'm telling you is you have a lot of things on your mind of how the world should be and should not go. And I have not seen your photo. But I'm going to tell you this. There are far more. Beauty is a dime a dozen. I'm in Atlanta. I'll be in New York later this week. Beautiful women are everywhere. And you coming and saying, hey, take me. I'm an adjustable 6 and take my hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I'm not going to pay a bill around here. That's fine. What's he going to get from you? A wife. But due respect, this other woman will be a wife too. He's going to get kids. She gives him kids. What's special? And you haven't said what's special about you that separates you from the competition.
My personality.
Which is on display right here, and it's not a winning one.
Well, that's because we've had, encounters in the past.
I'm a mature man, young lady. I don't hope that. Trust me, sweetheart. If I was, you probably wouldn't have let me on. I let you back on and told you to come back up. I'm not studying you.
Right. And I do appreciate you letting me come back on your show.
Because I'm a high value man. And that's what I'm telling you. You're not, you think you, I don't want to say this to hurt your feelings, but I think you're more value. You come across as being higher value than you may be. I don't say that you are, but you may be.
Okay.
And what you're telling me and the people you watch, and the things you watch, I mean, okay, but how is that helping you have better outcomes with men?
Okay.
Because if you have a boyfriend, how long have you been with your boyfriend?
I've been with him for about 8 months.
All right. Does he know you're unhappy with him?
No, I'm not unhappy with him. I just want something different out of the relationship
which is what?
I want somebody who's going to make more money than what he's going to make.
What does he do for a living?
Right now, he just graduated as well, and he's going back to school. So we're both going back to school.
Going back to school for what?
He's going back to school to get his a nursing degree. I mean, like a master's in nursing.
So what is this?
They make
What is his bachelor's in?
He'll make it's another nursing degree. He'll make
So you're dating.
he's just
So you're dating a white guy in Michigan who's has a nursing degree, and they'll do respectable $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. Mm-hmm. All right. And have you ever dated a black man?
I've dated one or two, and it was literally just maybe like a couple of dates.
So you dated an above average earning potential white guy.
Yes, I haven't found any black ones.
Well, and again, even this guy you want. So, ma'am, due respect, you're not happy with him. If he would, what would he think if he heard this?
I don't know. I don't think he would be very happy.
Well, this is so again, and you're the woman that says you got men in your inbox and this and that. And I'm like, well, you're in a whole relationship with a white guy, but you came on my platform wanting me to give negative stats about black guys, and you're not happy with the white guy you're with. That's why I'm like, you really sound confused. Ma'am, I'm just going, it may not be the way you want the narrative to go, but it's the overall truth. You're with a guy who, does he treat you well?
Yeah, he's amazing.
But
I'm not in love, so.
I don't care. Okay, exactly. And see, man, what I need you to understand, if a man were to be moving like you're moving, they would call him a dog. You would have all kind of pejorative things to say that a man is with a woman who treats him well and is amazing, but over here, he doesn't earn enough or whatever. So you're looking to better deal him. That's fine. If you want to get out there, but the world is going to give you what you put out. And if you're looking to pick a guy, if you're looking to pick somebody based on income, that's fine. But you better be worth it, because while you may be able to get, let's just call him Brad the nurse, when you start talking about Keith or Marcus or Enrique the doctor, baby girl, you can't hang with that kind of competition, because they're coming for him. They're coming from him hard, and they're coming with better deals than $100,000 in debt and adjustable 6.
So do these guys seek girls out and ask them to go on dates, even if they're not really like interested in dating them?
What do you mean?
So they've reached out to me and asked me to go on dates. Are you saying
what does dating mean?
Like
dating? Listen to this. You already want to know what dating means to us? Dating equals sex. Okay. Here's what you tell them. I'm a virgin and I'm going to be a virgin till married. See how many times they respond back to you.
Okay.
They're not trying to just date you. They're trying to have sex with you.
Okay.
See, what I find is a lot of you so-called swirlers are really kind of confused, but black men aren't your problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, have you ever called a white guy or white and they gave you this much information?
No, but you're the only channel I watch like this.
Well, but again, the fact that you're watching me at all is kind of amazing, right? Because apparently we're not supposed to exist. See, I was here in Atlanta with my mixed group this weekend and had brothers in from around black men from around the country.
I understand that, but you said it yourself. They read at a 4th grade reading level on average, so it's very rare.
Excuse me, that's on average. What does that have to do with the black men that were here, flew in town? See how you just did that? I said I had my mixed group here in Atlanta, and and you automatically undercut. Your programming is to tear black men down so quickly. So it's no wonder you can't find a black man. You don't like us. You need.
I mean, and with all due respect, I've never, for some reason, I definitely don't attract dark-skinned black men. I don't think that they like the reflection of themselves.
Well, that is your, again, you keep trying to weave this in. That is your opinion based upon what?
Just the fact that even low, I don't know, like they seem to just not really
you
like
don't date black men, so you cannot really tell me what black. Okay, you don't date black men. Yet you talk as though you know black men, and you don't date black men. You
Because I
sound.
had to stop because of all the
Excuse
things that I
me.
was seeing.
Stop at what age? 15?
No, I stopped around 19, 20.
And the white boy ain't doing no better.
I've never met a white man that's a colorist.
Oh my God. What color is your father?
My father is a black man.
Right. How long have your father and mother been married?
They've been married for 25 years.
Is he worth a damn?
He has some issues.
Wow. Wow. Is he your skin complexion?
He is, and I actually think he's a colorist. I'm actually pretty sure he's a colorist. My mom's
wow.
So yeah.
Oh my God. I need better health. I mean, did you hear what this woman just said? Ooh, this is what problem I have with you swirlers and you colorist people. You make so many logical fallacies and jumps and I mean, back it down, ma'am.
Where did I make
let me back it down.
Okay.
Your father has been married to your mother for 25 years.
Yes.
And you just disrespected your father. Which makes sense because you're disrespectful to black men, which was the first question I asked you. You are the focal point for the issues you have with black men. It's not your dark skin. It's your dark attitude. You need help. You can laugh. You can laugh. Look, no, it is very fair. I don't say things lightly, ma'am. And the laughter, remember, gentlemen, I told you it's a tell. Ma'am, I said it last broadcast. At 22 years old, you are far too angry. And I find it interesting that many of you have a father, and at every turn you've torn it. My father makes less than my mother. So your father ain't worth shit in your eyes.
To be fair, he was very abusive, extremely abusive.
How many times did he break your arm?
The police were at our house multiple times, and he was actually banned from our home for a month. Goes along with that.
Okay. And
for domestic violence.
Hold on. I'm gonna go down this path.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down this path.
Okay.
Your mother was just sitting there knitting sweaters and mittens for everybody, and your father just came in whooping ass.
No. So
exactly. So you don't, excuse me. You are old enough to know relationships. And this is what happens too often in the black community. You and children tend to judge relationships from the kid's standpoint. Are your mother and father still together? Yes. Then apparently she knows more than you do.
Are you saying it's okay to hit somebody?
I'm saying stay in the child's place because you don't know everything. And lastly, oh my God. And if your mother were to hear her daughter sit here and question her decisions.
Oh, she knows. She talks about leaving him all the time.
Right. And this is another problem. You ladies talk to your daughters and wonder why they're poisoned against their fathers. Ma'am, let me make it real plain. You need counseling. You got a lot of issues you need to talk out, but you turned all this into colorism and black men, and you cannot point to individuals, black men who what does a black man who ain't your father do to you?
Well, it's well known that the majority of them.
What does a black man that ain't your what does a black man that's not your father do to you?
It's well known that the majority of them.
What did a black man that's not your father do to you?
I've had some really bad experiences with black men.
Such as
I remember one guy, we went out to eat and he didn't want to pay.
Oh, he didn't want to pay.
Home.
So that's excuse me. I want everybody to listen. I'm waiting for, attempted R or something. And she said the worst thing she could pull up was a black man who did not want to pay, but yet you were willing to come on here and tear black men down, want me to quote negative black men stats. And I ask you, what has a black man done to you that's not your father? And all you can say is he didn't want to pay. Ma'am, that's insane. That you want to talk about all these black men that you don't know, and you're so ready to quote stats and facts and statistics when you've made up black men to be a boogeyman. This is this color purpling of black men. I'm done with this, man.
Okay,
I can't do this anymore. No.
Do you think it's normal that they don't like their?
I'm not doing it anymore. Get off my. I let that go because I find it interesting that so many women like to say that these male spaces are so full of misogynists and hurt people and this and that. And I'm like, if you peel the layers of the onion back, what did a black man do to her? She had nothing. He didn't want to pay for dinner. That's it. He didn't try to. That's it. Well, my mom and dad, they're still married, right? Well, the police, again. How many times did you hear Tara father try to take shots at her dad? Lady, you need therapy. Because fast forward, she's with Brad. He's a great guy, 8 months. And you're still in the Ooh.
This conversation quickly turns into a reality check. She starts off already misaligned with the purpose of the show, pushing her own ideas rather than asking for guidance. Kevin immediately questions that, especially since she already has a boyfriend. That's where things start to unravel. If you're already in a relationship, why are you still advocating for a completely different type of man? It shows a disconnect between what she has and what she claims to want. She then lays out her expectations, wanting a high-earning man, working part-time, not contributing financially, and still expecting a certain lifestyle. Kevin challenges that directly by asking the key question, why would that man choose you? That's the moment that really defines the conversation. She believes her looks and attention from men validate her position, but Kevin separates attention from commitment. Just because men approach you doesn't mean they see you as a long-term option. He also breaks down the idea of high value. If everyone qualifies, then the term loses meaning. That's where her argument falls apart. The deeper issue here is entitlement versus qualification. Wanting something isn't the same as being chosen for it. The takeaway: expectations need to be backed by alignment. Otherwise, you end up chasing a standard without understanding what it requires.